A long time ago, in the quiet hills of a land called Moab, there lived a kind woman named Naomi. She once had a happy home with her husband and 2 sons. Their little house was warm and bright, with vines growing along the walls and flowers blooming outside. Naomi's heart had been full of joy, but sad things happened. Naomi's husband died. Then both of her sons passed away. Naomi's heart felt heavy and lonely, like a cloudy sky with no sunshine. Even so, Naomi was not alone. Her 2 daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, loved her very much. They often sat by her side, sharing stories and gentle smiles. They helped her gather water and pick fresh figs from the trees. Watching them from the roof of the house was a little dove named Dahlia. She cooed softly as she watched Naomi's sadness. "They love her so much," Dahlia murmured. Sitting in the shade nearby was Eliab the tortoise, slow and steady. "God has not forgotten Naomi," Eliab said wisely. "Watch and see." One bright morning, Naomi decided to return to her old home in Bethlehem. She packed her small bundle and told Ruth and Orpah, sadly, "My dear daughters, you must stay here in Moab. Go back to your families. I am going home alone." Tears filled their eyes as they hugged Naomi tightly. Orpah kissed Naomi's cheek and, with a heavy heart, turned to go back to her family. But Ruth stayed right by Naomi's side. Her eyes were full of love and kindness. "I will not leave you," Ruth said. Naomi shook her head. "But your home is here," Naomi said. Ruth smiled and held Naomi's hand. "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay," Ruth whispered. "Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." Dahlia flapped her soft wings in the warm breeze. "Such a kind heart," she cooed. Eliab blinked slowly. "God sees her love," he said. And so Ruth and Naomi walked together along the dusty path toward Bethlehem. The road was long and winding, with tall grasses swaying in the wind and butterflies fluttering nearby. They rested under shady trees and drank cool water from bubbling springs. When they reached Bethlehem, people gathered to welcome Naomi back. But Naomi looked down and sighed. "I left this place full," she said softly, "but I have returned empty." Ruth gently took Naomi's hand. "You still have me," Ruth whispered. Naomi smiled faintly. She was grateful for Ruth's love. Soon they needed food. Ruth said, "I will go to the fields and gather leftover grain for us to eat." She walked to a big golden field. The wheat swayed in the gentle breeze like waves on the sea. This field belonged to a kind man named Boaz. Dahlia perched on a fence post, watching Ruth work hard in the sunshine. "She is strong and faithful," Dahlia cooed. Eliab peeked from under a bush. "Thoughtful God is guiding her," he said. Boaz noticed Ruth. Her hands were busy gathering grain, and her eyes were kind. "Who is she?" Boaz asked his workers. "She is Ruth," they said. She came from Moab to care for Naomi. Boaz smiled warmly and walked over to Ruth. "You are welcome here," he said. "Stay close to my workers, and you will be safe." Ruth bowed her head. "Why are you so kind to me?" she asked. "I have heard of your love for Naomi," Boaz said. "You are brave, and God is pleased with you." Boaz invited Ruth to eat with his workers. She dipped her bread in rich olive oil and ate until she was full. Then Boaz quietly told his workers, "Leave extra grain for Ruth to gather." When Ruth returned to Naomi with her basket overflowing with grain, Naomi's eyes lit up. "Where did you work today?" Naomi asked. "In the field of Boaz," Ruth answered. Naomi smiled widely. "Boaz is part of our family," she said. "God is bringing us hope." Day after day, Ruth worked in Boaz's fields. The golden sun warmed her back, and the birds sang as she gathered grain. Boaz watched her with gentle eyes, and Naomi's heart was filled with hope. One quiet evening, Naomi said to Ruth, "Boaz could be our family's protector. Go to him and ask." Ruth did as Naomi said. She went to Boaz and spoke kindly. "Will you be our family's helper?" Boaz smiled softly. "I would be honored," he said. Soon, Ruth and Boaz were married. Their wedding was filled with laughter and joy. The olive trees swayed gently, and Dahlia sang sweet songs from the trees. Eliab smiled slowly. "God has brought them together," he said. Ruth and Boaz had a baby boy named Obed. Naomi held little Obed close, rocking him gently under the warm sun. "My heart is full again," she whispered. Dahlia cooed softly. "From sadness to joy," she sang. Eliab nodded. "God's love never ends," he said. Obed grew up strong and kind. He became the grandfather of King David, and from his family came Jesus, the Savior of the world. And every night, under the peaceful stars of Bethlehem, Ruth, Naomi, Boaz, and little Obed rested together, wrapped in the love and blessings of God. The end.